You eat less. You walk more. You try to cut back on sweets. You drink more water. But your belly is still there, bloated, heavy, and difficult to reduce. After 50, this can happen for several reasons. And one of them may surprise you. Not everything that looks like abdominal fat is actually fat. Constipation, gas, water retention, changes in blood sugar, poor sleep, stress, and a lack of fiber can also contribute to that heavy, bloated feeling. But there's another part of this story that very few people know about. Some simple compounds may help support important functions in the body. Satiety, healthy bowel movements, digestion, and the way your blood sugar responds after meals. Today, you're going to learn about 6 of them. But there's something important you need to know. Don't start using all of them at the same time, because the last mistake I'm going to show you could turn an attempt to improve your health into a problem. And number 1 happens to be one of the most popular of them all. Why does your belly change after 50? After 50, the body can go through changes that make weight management more difficult. Your metabolism may slow down. Your insulin sensitivity may change. Your bowel movements may become less regular. Your gut microbiome may also change. And factors such as poor sleep, stress, and not getting enough physical activity can also play a role. That's why simply eating less doesn't always solve the problem of feeling bloated. You have to look at the body as a whole. And that's exactly where these 6 compounds come in. They are not magical fat burners. They don't replace medications. And they don't work miracles. The idea is much simpler: to support functions that can help your body work more efficiently. And we're going to start with the simplest one. Number 6, ground flaxseed. Flaxseed may look like nothing more than a tiny seed, but it contains 2 important things: fiber and healthy fats. Some of its fiber is soluble. It forms a kind of gel in the gut and may help promote feelings of fullness. Another portion is insoluble. It adds bulk to the stool and may support regular bowel movements. This can be especially interesting for people who deal with sluggish digestion, hard stools, or that heavy feeling in the abdomen. And there's another detail worth knowing. Flaxseed contains lignans and provide the plant-based source of omega-3 fatty acids. But don't confuse this with a promise of weight loss. Flaxseed does not melt away abdominal fat. It can simply be part of a routine that supports satiety and regularity. One simple way to start is with 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed. You can add it to yogurt, oatmeal, a smoothie, or eat it with fruit. But there is one rule: fiber needs water. And if you're not used to eating much fiber, start with a smaller amount. Because increasing your fiber intake too quickly can cause gas and digestive discomfort. And speaking of discomfort, the next compound works in a completely different way. Number 5, fresh ginger. Ginger is not a fiber. It doesn't form a gel. Its role is different. It contains compounds such as gingerols and showgales, which have been studied for their relationship to digestion, nausea, inflammation, and oxidative stress. That's why some people feel like ginger gives their body a kind of wake-up call, especially in the morning. But again, ginger does not burn abdominal fat on its own. The expected benefit is much more modest. It may support digestion and help some people feel less bloated. You can start with a small slice of fresh ginger, or a small amount of grated ginger. Add it to warm water, tea, a smoothie, or have it with a meal. But if it causes heartburn, acid reflux, pain, or nausea, stop using it. And anyone taking blood thinners or dealing with significant digestive problems should talk to a healthcare professional before using ginger regularly. Now we're moving on to a very familiar ingredient, but there's an important difference that could change which one you choose. Number 4, Ceylon cinnamon. Is cinnamon just cinnamon? Not exactly. The type of cinnamon most commonly found in many markets is cassia cinnamon. It has a strong flavor and is usually less expensive, but it contains higher amounts of coumarin, and consuming too much of it over a long period may be a concern for some people, particularly when it comes to liver health. Ceylon cinnamon generally contains lower levels of coumarin, and its plant compounds, including polyphenol and cinnamaldehyde, have been studied in relation to glucose metabolism. But there's a smarter way to use cinnamon. It's not by dumping a huge spoonful into your coffee. It's by using a small amount to add flavor to foods without needing extra sugar. Oatmeal, plain yogurt, coffee, a smoothie. And this matters, because replacing added sugar with cinnamon can be much more useful than simply adding cinnamon to a diet that's still loaded with sweets. But now we're getting to an even more interesting combination: a bright yellow ingredient and a small amount of black pepper. Number 3. Turmeric plus black pepper. Turmeric is best known for a compound called curcumin. This compound has been studied for its relationship to inflammation and oxidative stress. But there's one problem. Curcumin isn't absorbed very efficiently by the body. And that's where black pepper comes in. Black pepper contains piperine, and piperine may increase the absorption of curcumin. In other words, it's not simply about using more turmeric. It's about using it more intelligently. A small amount of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and a source of healthy fat with your meal, such as olive oil, avocado, or eggs. But be careful. Natural does not automatically mean harmless. If you take blood thinners, have gallbladder problems, severe acid reflux, gastritis, ulcers, or liver disease, talk to a healthcare professional before using large amounts. And now we're moving on to number 2. This one may be especially interesting if you wake up feeling like your digestive system simply isn't working the way it should. Number 2, psyllium. Psyllium is a soluble fiber, but the secret lies in what happens when it comes into contact with water. It forms a gel. This gel may help increase stool bulk. It can help make stools softer, and it may support more regular bowel movements. But there's another interesting effect. Psyllium may also increase feelings of fullness. That means some people may feel less hungry between meals. And it has also been studied in relation to blood sugar responses after meals and LDL cholesterol. But there's one rule that should never be ignored. Psyllium without enough water can be a problem. Never put dry psyllium powder directly into your mouth. Start with a small amount in a large glass of water. Mix it well, and drink it right away. Then make sure you stay well hydrated throughout the day. It's also important to separate psyllium from medications because the fiber may interfere with the absorption of some medications. And if you have difficulty swallowing or significant intestinal problems, talk to a healthcare professional before using it. Now we've reached number 1, and you've probably heard about this one dozens of times. But you may never have heard the most important part. Number 1, apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid. This compound has been studied for its possible relationship to satiety, blood sugar responses after meals, and weight management. But let's put this into perspective. The effect is not magical. Apple cider vinegar does not melt abdominal fat. It does not clean out your gut. It does not cancel out excess sugar. And it doesn't turn an unhealthy diet into a healthy one. If there is a benefit, it is likely only one small piece of a much bigger picture. And there is one thing you should never do. Drink apple cider vinegar straight. It can irritate your throat and stomach and may damage tooth enamel. If you choose to use it, it should be well diluted. Start with a small amount in plenty of water, and rinse your mouth afterward. People with acid reflux, gastritis, ulcers, gastroparesis, kidney disease, low potassium, or those who use insulin, diabetes medications, or diuretics should talk to a healthcare professional before using it. But now comes the most important part of this video, because knowing about these 6 compounds does not mean you should use all 6. The mistake that could ruin everything. Imagine waking up tomorrow and thinking, I'm going to use flaxseed. I'm also going to take psyllium. I'll add turmeric, ginger too, cinnamon, and I'll drink apple cider vinegar as well. It sounds like a healthy routine, but it could actually have the opposite effect. Using everything at once can cause gas, diarrhea, stomach pain, and other digestive problems. That's why the better approach presented in this video is to start small. Choose 1 or 2, and pay attention to how your body responds. If your main problem is constipation, flaxseed or psyllium may be options to consider. If the issue is sluggish digestion, ginger. If you want to reduce added sugar while improving the flavor of your meals, Ceylon cinnamon. If you're looking for support related to inflammation, turmeric with black pepper. And if you want to try apple cider vinegar, always dilute it and use caution. What really makes a difference? Now, imagine you found the perfect compound, but you're still sleeping poorly. you're still sedentary. You drink soda every day. You eat large amounts of sugar, and you barely consume any fiber. The results will probably be limited because your belly doesn't become larger because of just one thing. And it won't become smaller because of just one thing either. What really matters is the whole picture. More fiber, less liquid sugar, balanced meals, adequate sleep, daily movement, good hydration, and a digestive system that works regularly. These compounds may support that process, but they don't replace the foundation. How know if it's working for you? Don't look only at the scale. Pay attention to your body. Is your belly less bloated? Are your bowel movements more regular? Are you less hungry between meals? Has your digestion improved? Did you develop heartburn? More gas? Did your blood sugar change? Did any medication seem to affect you differently? These signs matter because a healthy strategy needs to make sense for your body. And if you have diabetes, kidney disease, liver disease, severe acid reflux, ulcers, take blood thinners, or use multiple medications, seek professional medical guidance before trying these compounds. After 50, taking care of your belly doesn't mean looking for the strongest drink, or the most popular supplement, or a miracle solution. Sometimes, the answer starts with something much simpler. Supporting your gut, increasing your fiber intake, improving your diet, and building a routine your body can actually maintain. Today, you learn about 6 compounds: ground flaxseed, fresh ginger, Ceylon cinnamon, turmeric with black pepper, psyllium, and apple cider vinegar. But now I want to hear from you. Which of these 6 would you be most interested in learning more about? Tell me in the comments. And if this video was helpful, share it with someone who struggles with bloating or sluggish digestion. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next videos. And remember, the secret isn't finding something stronger. It's finding a routine your body tolerates that makes sense for you and that you can stick with every day. See you in the next video.